Hi, it's Debbie with D.Ann's Design. I'm just going to pop in here real quick and kind of give you a rundown of what I'm working on right now. This is a surprise for Liz, and she is with Dream It, Imagine It, Create It, and it's her group. It's on Facebook. Dream It, Imagine It, Create It. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, she works very hard for our group, and at one point last year, I had contacted her and said, "Do you have anybody in the group that does grunge? Because I really want to try and get started on some grunge. I really like it." And she said she loved grunge, but she couldn't get started on it until after the holidays. I was the same way. I understood. Well, then the holidays had come and gone. Odds and ends have happened in my family that I couldn't get things to going. And then here recently, my family came out to visit, and they stayed a week. And once they left, and just like 3 days later, my dog up and dies on me. And so I've been a little bit in mourning with that. And I decided that I was going to come back and get started where I left off at with her envelope. This is what I'm going to be creating right now. Now, I've got my camera kind of in a different angle today, so hopefully you can see everything all right. On the envelopes I make, I like to send people out goodie packages, and depending on who they are and what they like, this is like one of the file folders that they may get one of these. Um, I'll have a tag and probably something personal that I've decided met up with their artwork. So I put it in for their artwork. Um, this one is saying charming, and found a little tag. I think it was, I don't even know where it was off. I think it was an article of clothing of some sort. And stitched around this into a black stitch. Flip it around. I've got a little pocket on the back. We've got the word beautiful that's been sewn around. Get that one close. And this is just a tag that I decided I would cut out. Large tag. This is pretty. It could go in here. Got a little stamping going on around it. Corner punches going into it. We have little details that bring it out. Like, you can see here we have a little lace, crocheted lace and trims. Um, this is a coffee dyed dryer sheet. Again, another word. I've sewn around it, but then I added two pearls. I just love to have a little grungier look, but I love to install pearls somewhere in that look. Then we have a ball pen, and then we have another little charm, pearls. So that's kind of that's what I get together when I'm trying to get some package together for someone. Um, Things like this is made with corrugated cardboard. As you can see, she's just a cutie. It's called Dream. Um, it's not as grungy, I would say, but it's made to look a little more vintagey. I would say I added lots of pearl trims onto this one here, and then your back is going to be just simple, very very simple. You open it up though, and you can install all kinds of things inside of here, of whatever. This is a little bit flatter, as long as you would know that this would fit this particular person that you would be sending it off to. And there's so many people that I so enjoy crafting with, and they teach me so much and give me lots of knowledge. I just like to do something back for them. So this is one of the little things that I'll be doing too. And then now this one here, I consider it a little bit more grungy, which it probably had fit Liz if I'd thought about it, but I don't care. I like it just like this is a file folder. It's been pretty much tattered. This is a napkin. This is material. This is just a piece of paper, of printed paper that I've Mod Podged on top of. The little X's on it and stitched it on there. We have a little rose over here into this end. Music paper. Got little stamps. Stamping out here and there. I splattered it with some ink. We've got napkin decoupage coming up in through here. Another stamp area. And then we are going to have just a little clip that I put up here that holds a little button. And then we have this little card that I've cut out. I think it was Pinterest I got that from. This is a little stamp that I just kind of gave it it did okay on the top, and then I vagued it out on the bottom. A little rougher use on that one there. This is a little envelope I've made out of some scrap paper, little scrap material stashed around it, and this is going to have a little tag into it with the same type of material on it. And it's it's plain, it's pink on the front, it's some little note you can write on to. Tuck it back in here, and then you can load this thing up with whatever you're going to load it up with. This is a different one here, different style. I have different style people that I like. And this one here I call my Vogue. It's just a piece of cardstock that I have folded into an envelope, and then paper punched out around here in Martha Stewart paper punch. This is a button stamp, a button punch I have that I've left. I did it on black cardstock paper. This is a print off out of Pinterest. This is going to be just some lace that I've had in my stash that I put into there. This is a little card that I've used. It says, if I ever let my head down, it will be just to admire my shoes, which I thought went along pretty good with a little bit more of an attitude, I suppose. And then you go to the back of my envelope, and you're going to see this was on the paper. This was a paper pad I had. I don't remember what paper pad it was. But anyway, I folded it to where it could be found on the back side of the paper. Then you're going to have buttons that I've punched out, put the thread into, and then we have a tie off here, which you can put now anything inside of this. It's tied off. So, on the Grunge today, this is kind of what I was working on beforehand. On the Grunge today, this is going to be where I'm at with it thus far. This is just a corrugated cardboard paper. I guess they still sell it. I don't know. I've had it for quite a while. Using up the stash. This is some paper that I've had in my stash also. It's going to be, this is going to open like this right now. And then this can attach. I cut it out to where it will fit inside. And this is where you're going to have your, straighten it up a little bit. This is where you're going to have a little back onto your paper. Now, I'm going to add, this was the back of an ABC liquor bag, and I squashed it up pretty good, and I put a little gesso on it, lightened it up here and there, and then I had this napkin that I've brought into this whole scene, and I put it on top of the paper bag. I gessoed over it. It's got a little soft stain, little gold gloss on it, dryer sheet, and the dryer sheet's been stitched on right to here, curled the paper ends, and it'll be ready to adhere right into here. And then I've been working on this tag also, and I don't know for sure, but I was thinking, it says friends on it, if you can see that, and it'll sit down, and I was thinking about right in here, maybe in the corner or something like that. It's going to flap off in the back, and then I can add my goodies into there. This is kind of just what's on my desk. This is what I've been working on. I can come back at another time and show you my completed project for Liz, and see what you think when it's all done. But I thought I'd give you an update. This is what I'm working on, and I appreciate your time with it. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up, and then I'll just talk to you later. Bye.